best Zenith ever. System 3 is even better. Even better. The sharpest Zenith picture ever. Sharpest picture. An all-modular chassis designed to be the most reliable Zenith ever. Most reliable. And now, computer space command remote control. 105 channels. Zenith's most advanced. Most advanced. Zenith System 3. System 3. Now, even better.
A storm-damaged house, and a lady and her plants have a problem.
Everything will be all right. I hate lying to him, but I haven't got the money to fix this. And you know how long the insurance could take.
Not with Allstate. Allstate has more professional claims specialists than any other company to make sure your settlement is fair and fast.
I'll call your contractor.
That didn't take long.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
And that's a promise from us. At good hands, people.
Great news for your home at Sears Super Homeowner Sale.
Super values on many items like these. 20-inch designer bathroom vanities with top. Now $59.99 each. Save $25. Their matching wall cabinets are each $39.99. Save $10.
Get this versatile Sears Best 1-horsepower Craftsman sprayer compressor and save $140. Comes with spray gun, air hose, and air chuck.
Super savings right now at Sears.
Where America shops for value.
Lightning action in the ring, on the rink, and on the road. Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, the CBS Sports Spectacular takes you to Houston for the lightweight battle between Howard Davis and Termite Watkins. Then see top American skaters vie for top national honors as we take you to Fort Worth for the finals in the U.S. Roller Skating Championships. And finally to Monza, Italy, as the greatest Formula One drivers in the world go wheel to wheel in the Italian Grand Prix. A spectacular Saturday of sport. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
Here at Baltimore, we had thought at the start of the afternoon's activities that perhaps because of all the injuries that Baltimore might very well be down and perhaps out of the ball game early. It didn't turn out that way because it was Tampa Bay mistakes that allowed Baltimore to cash in and take an early lead here. But then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came roaring back to get themselves back in the ball game. They would be within field goal range except for the fact that Baltimore blocked one conversion attempt, and so it's a 4-point differential as we read the halftime. Later this afternoon, CBS Sports will televise the men's and women's finals for the U.S. Open Tennis Championship. From Flushing Meadows, New York, for a report, here's Pat Summerall and Tony Trabert.
Tony, it's been a long tournament. It's been filled with controversy, but now finally it's championship time.
We're down to the finals in the men's and women's patch. Should be two extra good matches. Tracy Austin against Chris Everett Lloyd and John McEnroe against Vitas Gerulaitis, an all-men's final in New York.
A subway series, so to speak. Let's take a look now at the participants. First of all, Chris Everett Lloyd against Billie Jean King.
This is match point in their semifinals. Billie Jean King won the first game of this match. Was not able to win another game. It was all Chris Everett Lloyd. Watch this concluder right here at match point.
Game, set, and match.
Chris Everett Lloyd advanced to the finals. 6-1, 6-love over Billie Jean King.
She'll play Tracy Austin, who defeated Martina Navratilova in their semifinal match.
This is match point, and a fine return by young Tracy Austin. Got her to a 7-5, 7-5 victory.
As far as the men are concerned, it'll be Vitas Gerulaitis against John McEnroe. And what a comeback Gerulaitis accomplished against Roscoe Tanner.
Gerulaitis lost the first two sets, was down an early service break in the third set. He came back to win the third in a tiebreaker, won the fourth 6-3, and then the fifth 6-3, and Gerulaitis has advanced to the finals.
His opponent will be John McEnroe, who had a rather much easier time, I guess you would say, with Jimmy Connors.
McEnroe seemed to be pretty much in control, won the first set 6-3. The second 6-3 was serving for the match at 5-3 in the third, but Connors fought his way back to get even at 5-all. And McEnroe wins 7-5 in the third, and he advances to the finals.
Tony, I congratulate you. You picked Chris to reach the finals, and she has done that. You picked John McEnroe to reach the finals, and he has done that.
Some people just get lucky, Patrick.
I guess you're right. We'll be on after football. Now let's get back to the NFL action.
Well, Paul Horning, certainly we've had action in the first half, if nothing else.
Well, we sure have, and Lindsay, it started off as if Tampa Bay was really going to dig a hole for themselves. They couldn't get out. They came back in the second quarter. It was all Tampa Bay throwing the football. They looked pretty good, and we got ourselves a 4-point lead by the Colts.
Well, we do, and we got the promise of an interesting second half here because of the fact the way the first half went with Baltimore getting out front, Tampa Bay coming back, so they just about evened it up until we were ready to go all over again.
We should. I think Ted Marchibroda, the head coach of the Baltimore Colts, has got to feel very pleased with his troops at halftime, Lindsay, with all the injuries and the 6 guys who usually start for the Baltimore Colts, and especially their great quarterback, Burt Jones, who's not played and will not play unless something happens to Greg Landry.
I know that fans of Tampa Bay must have been discouraged early in the ball game because last week they saw their team on Saturday night defeat Detroit for, I don't know, about 14 hours. They were champions of the whole world because nobody else had played, and they've waited a long time.
They sure have, and they're in this football game. They could win it. It's anybody's ball game right now, Lindsay. And I'll tell you one thing, if they could get out of this trap with the win today here in Baltimore, heading up to Green Bay, I think they're going to be the favorite over the Packers up there. If they could get a win there, it'd be unbelievable that a team this young already could be the favorite of the NFC Western Division, Central Division.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the field here where we have some halftime entertainment going on. It is the Severna Park, Maryland High School Marching Band, directed by Thomas Powell, entertaining at halftime here at Memorial Stadium. And the halftime score is 17-13. Baltimore is leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Have come back. They only trail the Washington Redskins now by 3 points in the fourth quarter. Mark Mosley, a 41-yard field goal is the difference in that one right now, Lindsay. Walter Payton, I know, scored from 45 yards out. And they're giving Minnesota all they want, 26-7. It looks as if the Bears are headed for their second straight win.
Now let's check out some highlights all around the country.
It was 7-0 New York. Then it became 14. Jim Hart's pass was intercepted by Ernie Jones. Scamper, watch the block right there on the receiver. No chance to get back on the tackle. 14-0, and then St. Louis responded. Quickly, it was 14-7. Then Pisarcik with a huge error right here, didn't tuck the ball away. Mark Arneson scooped it up for the Cardinals, 30-yard touchdown. It was tied at 14. Second half kickoff. Willard Harrell, formerly of the Green Bay Packers, came right up the middle, danced to a hole, beat one man, and got across inside the 40-yard line. And from there, Hart, off the play fake, went to the end zone. Al Chandler, and now it is 27-14. Irv, how many yards has Walter Payton gained in Chicago?
182 yards. The game just ended, and the Chicago Bears wound up beating the Minnesota Vikings by a score of 26-7. And it was Vince Evans in the second quarter really got things going for the Bears. When they wanted to get a score in a hurry, they put him in a quarterback, and this is what he did. He went up top, a 56-yard touchdown strike to number 89, James Scott, and Chicago took a 12-7 lead at that point in the game. Walter Payton, in the third quarter, his first carry from scrimmage here, rambles 43 yards for a touchdown, and at that point, Mr. number 34 put everybody on notice that it was going to be his day, because he comes right back again later in the fourth quarter. Payton does it again, this time from 27 yards out, touchdown in Chicago, a one-sided win, 26-7.
Stay tuned as the NFL Today continues after this word from your local station.
What happened to Freddie Prinze? Was it too much too soon or too little too long? Can you hear the laughter? The CBS Tuesday night movie at 9, 8 Central and Mountain.
This is CBS.
Freedom Federal has good news for savers and mortgage customers. Regular savings now earn 5.5% annual interest, compounded daily. And there's a new mortgage loan called a variable rate mortgage, with a fluctuating interest rate that's offered below fixed mortgage loan rates. Ask about the new savings interest and variable rate mortgages at Freedom Federal.
Time is money. Using time effectively means added profits and improved business efficiency. That's where Westside Communications can help. A Westside beeper can keep you in touch for important calls and messages. All over town in the privacy of your own daily schedule. No itineraries, no more tracking you down. One phone call puts you in touch. A Westside beeper is a time and space expander. It can work for you today, saving time, improving service. Call Westside Communications now. Tell them Leonard Nimoy gave you the message.
People will invent any excuse to keep from talking to a life insurance agent.
This is a recording. At the tone, please leave your name and number.
But you see, my husband handles all my insurance needs.
Life insurance? I shall never die.
But excuses could leave your family with nothing. And there's no excuse for that. When your independent life agent calls, talk to him.
Channel 13, Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Well, we might as well have a little nostalgia time. The great teams of the late 50s were the Baltimore Colts, who played here, and the great teams of the early 60s were the Green Bay Packers, on which you pitched. What kind of memories do you have of this field?
Well, I tell you, this was always a kind of a special place for me, Lindsay. It's always seemed that when we played, the Green Bay Packers played against the Baltimore Colts, it seemed like everybody teamed up against Jimmy Taylor, and usually my best days came against the Baltimore Colts. Seemed like they were putting all the linebackers on Jimmy. I used to love to play here.
That's some great teams here, the Baltimore Colts of the late 1950s. We'll be continuing in a moment.
Here's to good friends.
A toast. Here's to a vanishing breed. Bill Evans, bachelor.
End of a perfectly good ladies' man.
To Bill Evans, a free man. 13 more hours.
If you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be Low and Brow.
Come on, you guys.
You're beautiful.
It's official. Ford's answer to rebates, the largest incentives ever available to its dealers. The biggest clearance offer in Ford history just got bigger. See your Ford dealer and discover how many hundreds of dollars you can save on new trimmer LTDs, Mustang pace car replicas, elegant Thunderbirds, tough V8 pickups, vans, Broncos, Rancheros. Compare the total Ford deal with any other. You may well find it's the best value overall.
Would you adopt a child who is handicapped? It takes a lot of patience, a lot of guts. I'm Steve Wilson of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I'd like for you to meet some people who are doing something pretty remarkable, finding permanent homes for handicapped children. It's a United Way agency, and they place kids that other adoption agencies just can't find homes for. A lot of parents who have already adopted a child with special needs also volunteer to come in and talk with the parents who are considering adoption. It made me think, what would I do in their place? These kids and their parents, they're really amazing. This is a unique service here in the Tampa Bay area, but it's typical of the way the United Way works. Thanks to them, and thanks to you. It works for all of us. The United Way.
The preceding announcement was brought to you as a public service for the National Football League. Here are halftime stats.
And Lindsay, I mentioned that the 3 turnovers early in the first quarter put Tampa Bay in trouble. Look at the difference here. Tampa Bay has 189 total yards. Baltimore only has 62, but they have control of the football game by 4 points. And those turnovers just gave Baltimore great field position. Yards passing, you see Doug Williams 115 yards. Baltimore only 38, only 45 yards rushing to Tampa Bay's 74. And Baltimore has really had the football more. 3 minutes, over 3 minutes more. So they have had trouble moving the football against that Tampa Bay defense.
And now the Baltimore Colts are breaking into formation to receive the kickoff. Ball has been teed up on the 35 by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Nesby Glasgow is going back deep, as you see Roger Carr talking to Ted Marchibroda. Roger Carr did not start today's ball game because of a thigh injury.
Didn't see any action either. That's Neil O'Donoghue getting ready to kick off. Jerry Eckwood got half 100, Lindsay. He's gained 50 yards on 14 carries.
Nesby Glasgow sent a deep flank by Ben Gary and Don McCauley to receive the kickoff. As we start the second half, Baltimore is leading 17-13.
Good kick.
Gary at the goal line. Ben Gary to the 5 to the 10, to the 15 to the 20. Penalty marker goes down. Packers made by Rick Bonnet.
Well, it's a tough thing not to block below the waist on kicks or punts, and that's the new rule, and we'll see if it is. Look at a guy coming down. Lindsay actually weighs 240 pounds. And he is kicking below the waist.
Exactly what it is.
Just an unnatural thing not to want to knock him down, right?
Got to be. If you've been playing the game under other rules, it's got to be action and reaction.
And that's a tough penalty here. Puts him way back inside the 10-yard line.
Personal foul. Blocking below the waist. 23 on the return, first down.
Don McCauley.
Don McCauley. First down and 10 yards to go. Pile them up.
Is that the rookie Ben Gary getting a start in there here at the first half? Let's check out.
Yes, it's Ben Gary.
Well, that's a final. Walter Payton scored once from 43 yards out, once from 27 yards out. I think he gained 182 yards. We watched a few of the highlights here at halftime. What a back he is.
Second down and 10 at the 10. Gary and Hardiman are at the step back. Oh, boy. All the way back to the 5-yard line. Bill Kohler leading the defensive charge as Landry is dropped there.
Landry has no chance here. A little play action to the left side. Now watch. He sees coming from the right side, 57, David Lewis. 3-year veteran out of USC. He's going to be an all-pro. He's really a good one. Beautiful size for a linebacker, Lindsay. 6'4", 245. Can run. And Green Bay, a 9-point victory over the New Orleans Saints. And the Saints, up to their old tricks, they start off fast and then slow up.
3rd and 15 at the 5-yard line. Landry. From the end zone. Completes it finally out to Brian DeRue.
Bill Kohler playing pass defense there from his nose tackle position.
Bill Kohler. Punting unit has come onto the field now for the Baltimore Colts.
And Tampa Bay should have excellent field position for their first series here in the second half, Lindsay.
Danny Rice has dropped back to field the punt, and he's at his own 42-3 right now as Dilts will be kicking to the end zone. Baltimore Colts have a 4-point lead. We're in the third quarter. Lucky Dilts.
Done a nice job.
Danny Reese at the 46 to the 50. Crossing the Baltimore territory at the 45-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Ken Mendenhall made a stop. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the ball. They trail by 4, but they're in Baltimore territory early in the third quarter.
A lot of people think using Federal Express is complicated. But really, it's so simple, even a vice president can do it.
Hello, Federal.
All you do is pick up the phone. We come to your office and pick up the package. Well, even a president can do that. Hello, Federal. In fact, using Federal Express is so simple that even a chairman of the board can do it.
Hello!
Federal Express, when it absolutely, positively has to be there overnight.
Antifreeze. You never think about it, or how it has to protect somebody beside you, or what could happen without it. Stranded, and no help for miles. Don't trust your luck. Don't trust the weather. Take out old, weak antifreeze now, and put your trust in Prestone, too. More people trust Prestone than all other brands combined.
We made it.
More people trust Prestone, and when you flush your cooling system, trust Prestone Super Flush.
Next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, the CBS Sports Spectacular brings you action in the ring with Howard Davis. Action on the rink with top American skaters vying for national honors. Action on the road with the Italian Grand Prix. You'll say, you saw it on CBS Sports.
The CBS Sports Spectacular right here next Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the ball first and 10. They have it at the Baltimore 45-yard line as Doug Williams brings them up. He's got Jerry Eckwood, the tailback, Ricky Bell, the fullback in this alignment. Ricky Bell. Moved it to the 42-yard line. Picked up about 3 and make it second down and 7 yards to go. Herb Orvis made the stop for Baltimore. Joe Ehrman, Greg Fields coming to that defense now. Ron Fernandez and Herb Orvis are coming off. Isaac Higgins is far to the left side. Gordon Jones far to the right side for Tampa Bay. Doug Williams. And it is completed to Ricky Bell. And he moves for a first and 10 at the 25-yard line. Lyle Blackwood brought him down.
Got an 18-yard pickup. Doug Williams really looked the secondary over that time, Lindsey. End zone shot of Williams. He goes back very quick, sets up high, and he sees his running back just splitting the seams right there. Good pitch and a good catch by Ricky Bell, stopped by Lyle Blackwood, number 44 of the Colts.
The Buccaneers are trailing by 4 and driving here in the third quarter. Eckwood left and Bell right. Bell runs into a traffic jam at the 25. No gain on the play. Fred Cook was there along with Herb Orvis.
And here's a final. How about this? 27-point win for Buffalo. Lucius Sanford recovered a blocked punt in the end zone. He scored once from the linebacker position on an interception. Had a big day for Buffalo.
Second down, 10 yards to go for Tampa Bay at the 25-yard line of Baltimore.
Roland Hooks also scored 3 touchdowns for Baltimore. For Buffalo, I should say.
Right. Doug Williams. Going to the corner, Higgins, and it's incomplete. On that corner was Dwight Harrison.
Now, I've been in that position, folks. Isaac Hagan runs into that dugout covering over there. Lindsey, I banged into that once. Almost broke my neck. It's a dangerous position over there in that corner of the end zone. We'll see if we can see it again. You see Higgins at the top of your screen. He's going to do a corner move. Being led here by Doug Williams. Right here, it's incomplete, and you've got to be very careful. Right into the CBS Sports sign.
Well, if you're going to hit one...
And that's metal, folks. It's not wood. And Detroit almost came back, not quite. A 3-point win for the Redskins.
Third and 10, Tampa Bay at the 25-yard line of Baltimore. Doug Williams puts it up there, and it is incomplete. Right at the 2-yard line.
Bruce Laird was all over it.
Bruce Laird was all over Morris Owens. Fourth and 10 at the 25. Penalty marker. Cal Lepore ready to check this penalty out. Puts it down to 25. Apparently it's against Tampa on decline.
So that'll bring in Neil O'Donoghue. Able to punt.
Well, Blanchard's out there, but then he holds in any case, so it's... O'Donoghue's out there.
Well, that might change the decision around a little bit, that 10-yard penalty. It moves it back to the 35.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a 52
Holding. Offense. Third down. Number 69.
Darrell Austin. So it is still third down. And 20 at the 35. Third down play. Doug Williams. Incomplete.
Here comes the flag.
Higgins was making a post move.
Now, 28, Dwight Harrison went down. This could be called offensive pass interference. Now, let's say Doug Williams wants defensive pass interference called.
Against the offense.
That's right.
Offensive pass interference, as Paul indicated.
I think it was Morris Owens with a flanker on the left side. Dwight Harrison, well, he was run over, no question about that. Now they're going to, it'll be fourth down instead of a completion, maybe a 7 or 8 yard completion there, Lindsey, would have given Neil O'Donoghue at least a chance for a field goal. They went for the home run. They tried to get the first down, and now they'll have to punt.
Pass interference. Offense. Penalties decline. Fourth down.
Leslie Glasgow has dropped back to take Tom Blanchard's kick. Joe Washington is back there. I beg your pardon. Lyle Blackwood is back there as well. Oh, to Glasgow, South fair catch signal goes up, but it goes out of bounds. Well placed by Blanchard at the 11-yard line. So, Baltimore gets the ball, but the Colts get it deep in their own territory with 10 minutes, 32 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Baltimore 17 and Tampa Bay 13.
RCA wants you to see the right color. Sunrise over the Grand Canyon. Does your television capture the color in all its intensity, in all its subtlety? Does it automatically show you the right shades of color? If not, wait till you see Color Track 1980. Color Track 1980, with 8 automatic color systems designed to lock even subtle shades of color on track. RCA is making television better and better.
I was thinking about buying one of those new compacts. $4,700. Or maybe a little import. Over $5,700. But then I had a better idea. Ford Fairmont. As much as $1,300 less with lots of standard features. 5-passenger room for the family. Great gas mileage.
The kind you need today.
And handsome styling.
Every minute of every working day, someone chooses Fairmont's remarkable combination of value. Sedans, wagons, Futuras, America's proven value.
The Baltimore Colts have the ball. It is spotted nearer the 10-yard line, so call it first and 10 at the 10 for Greg Landry, the quarterback, playing here today in place of Burt Jones, who has a shoulder injury. Landry to McCauley. Well, McCauley keeps side-slipping his way upfield.
Well, it didn't look like a professional play, but he snuck it. Looked like he threw it under some defender. Watch this. Little play action. Supposed to go over on the right side.
That's what they always said, throw to daylight, and McCauley has it.
Don McCauley's got the first down, and it gets him out of a big hole. Ball's going to be spotted right at the 24. The result was a lot better than what it looked like.
Greg Landry.
Same thing to the other side.
Taken there by Hardiman.
And hit that trailing back against the grain. This time he went to Hardiman, Richard Wood on the stop.
Second down and 6 at the 28-yard line.
That's only in the first quarter. 49er field goal ahead of the Cowboys, 3-0. Ray Washington, 29 yards out.
Charlie and Hardiman to the setbacks for Landry. Forwards this one to Mac Austin, tight end. Headed up the 32-yard line. Richard Wood made the tackle. 3rd and 2.
Austin, a 10-year veteran from the Maryland Eastern Shore.
Eight minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Baltimore 17, Tampa Bay 13. Dowdy far to the left side. Tully on the right set, Hardiman on the left set for Landry. Well, it is incomplete, intended for Austin again, and almost intercepted. That was made by Mike Washington.
That was Cecil Johnson who had the interception, Lindsey. And I've always felt that these linebackers, they've got so much tape and padding on their arms, and this is why they can't catch a football right there.
Fourth down now. Danny Reese has gone deep.
I've always felt they should not let those defensive linemen pad up their elbows and their arms and their forearms. I'm going to tell you something. As a running back, you get hit with all that padding. It's not padding, Lindsey. It's hard. I don't know what it is, but to tear your head off.
Plaster of Paris.
That's it.
Left-footed kicker Dilts down to the 28-yard line. Reese brings it up the left sideline. Goes out at about the 39. Reese McCall ran him out. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, trailing by 4 points, get it again. And we have 8 minutes, 11 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore.
More super values from Sears. The great menswear buys start here with the value dress shirt. Now just $6.99. You save $2. But don't stop there. Save $30 on this 4-piece vested suit. Now just $89. The coat, reversible vest, and 2 slacks make 6 great outfits. The value dress shirt and this 4-piece vested suit. Super looks, super values. Sears, where America shops for value.
Is a good friend.
The key's supposed to be under the steps.
I got it. Hey, here's a note. Gentlemen, my country estate is at your disposal. There might even be a little something in the refrigerator. Regards, Hank.
Let it be low and brown.
Low and brown. Oh. When you want the taste of a truly great American beer, tonight, let it be low and brown.
Here's the Hank.
Wherever he is.
Low and brown.
Following the game, CBS Sports presents live coverage of the finals of the U.S. Open Tennis Championship. You'll say you saw it on CBS Sports.
Agreeing, Greg Landry has quarterbacked the Colts throughout the afternoon, getting a little respite here because Tampa Bay has the ball first and 10 at their own 39, and Doug Williams is quarterbacking them. Taken to inside the 40-yard line by George Ragsdale. Ragsdale, a third-year North Carolina A&T. Herb Orvis made the tackle.
Made his cut a little bit too soon. He could have set up the guard a little bit better for the block that time, Lindsey. And he'll learn that. He didn't have to cut that early, or Robert Pratt would have had a block for him.
Second down and 7 yards to go. Johnny Davis and George Ragsdale in the setback. Williams. Incomplete to Morris Owens. 3rd and 7 at the 42.
Morris Owens. That'll cover.
Doug Williams. 6'4", 215 pounder in his second year. He's from Grambling.
And Pittsburgh just killing Houston 38-0. Pastorini went out with bad ribs. That's the final, 38-7. Terry Bradshaw's thrown a touchdown pass. Sidney Thornton scored a couple.
Williams. Colorado hits the deck at the 48-yard line.
Started the first down.
Dan White was there defensively. It is short, and it'll be 4th down coming up.
Very slowed on pile here. I think Doug Williams is hurt.
Breaking up on the play. Stop by Cook.
You know, I've always felt that quarterbacks were much better off they try to run the football. When they go down, everybody takes that shot at you, and you really get hurt. And you see very seldom a quarterback get hurt when they're really trying to gain yardage. Here he's going to go down. Let's take another look at it. Everybody's covered. He receives pressure from Sanders Shiver, number 54. Now watch Doug. He goes for the deck, and it doesn't look like, you know, anybody hit him very hard. 72, Fred Cook, was just laying on top.
Mike Ray has begun to warm up his arm for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers along the sideline, but it'll be fourth down when play is resumed.
If we could take you through the plant to show you what is new and let you see what's going on and watch the things we do. If you could see the cars and trucks we're working on for you, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
Introducing the Incredible Ford Factory Tour. Come and see the incredible things we're doing to produce a new generation of more fuel-efficient cars and trucks.
If you could see tomorrow, the way it looks to us today, you'd say incredible. Ford, that's incredible.
To take the Incredible Ford Factory Tour, write us for information.
Doug Williams left the field under his own power. Seems to be all right. He's been checking with quarterback coach Bill Nelson. Back to punt now is Tom Blanchard. Gasco is dropped back to receive it, and he throws up a fair catch signal and decides to let it go, and it goes into the end zone and hits the end line. Touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So the Baltimore Colts get it. They have 6 minutes, 58 seconds remaining to be played in the third quarter, and they still have a 4-point lead. Greg Landry comes out to run the attack.
51-yard punt. He get credit for.
That'll do. Hardeman and McCauley are the setbacks. Joe Washington has not played today, nor has Burt Young. Hardeman was stopped at the 23-yard line. David Lewis made the stop.
Well, Jim Hart threw a touchdown pass. Wayne Morris scored. Mark Arneson scored with the fumble recovery, and it's St. Louis by 13 over the New York Giants, the final.
Second down at about 7 here.
Cardinals even their record at 1-1.
Hardeman again. Up to the 29-yard line. He got about 6. Mark Cotney made the stop. Third and about a yard.
Well, every game's an important one, Lindsay, but for both of these teams, they're going to gain ground. Of course, the Bears have already won their second straight. Tampa Bay could win it. They would be tied with the Bears for the lead in the Central Division.
Double tight end. Gary's in that 3rd and 1. Gary weighs 209 pounds. Ben Gary. Last play is completed to Reese McCall, the tight end. It's enough for the first down before he's pushed back. It's going to be marked at the 32-yard line.
Well, that's it. Reese McCall here, play action to the big tight end. And Landry just throws it up there. Reese McCall goes up, makes a nice catch for the first down. We got to hand it to that guy, Lindsay. He had tragedy in the family. His little baby died. He was just born, and they left it up to him whether or not he wanted to play today. He didn't start, and he's been playing, and a lot of courage for a young man to do that.
Greg Landry completes it to Don McCauley. And McCauley got across the 35 at the 37-yard line. Dewey Selman on the tackle.
Trying to move the football, Lindsey, with those little powder puff passes just out in the flat, real short ones to the tight end, hitting your backs, trailing underneath that zone.
Second down, 5 yards to go for Baltimore. 4 minutes, 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Baltimore has a 4-point lead. Darian Hardiman. Hardiman. Well, he's very near the first down.
Well, he's got it. We're going to turn the field position around here in the third quarter now. Tampa Bay, the first 8 or 9 minutes, had excellent field position on a couple of series. Now Baltimore's come back with a couple of first downs.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Don Cockroft picking up where he left off last week against the Jets. He's kicked a 28-yard field goal in the first quarter.
Derek Landry in trouble. Pulled out by Kohler. Bill Kohler, the nose tackle, and the 3-man alignment. Went out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Loss of 2 will make it 2nd and 12.
Loss of 3 to 41.
Dan Fouts hit John Jefferson, the great receiver of the San Diego Chargers. 24-yard pass, 7-0 San Diego.
2nd and 12 here on the 41-yard line. Brian DeRue comes forward to the left side for Baltimore. Landry. Pressure. Gets it out to Hardiman, who drops the ball. Could be ruled incomplete, and I think it will be. Incomplete pass is the rule.
Landry really pressured. Somehow got it off to Hardiman out there. See 64 shake his head. That's David Taylor, the right tackle for Baltimore. He got popped pretty good.
Tampa Bay man injured on the play. So he's getting attention from the training staff.
It'll be 3rd and long.
Cedric Brown going off the field.
Denny Reese will come in and play that free safety now for Tampa Bay.
3rd and 12. Baltimore 17, Tampa Bay 13. No scoring in the second half as yet.
Safety blitz. Here he comes. Picked up.
And Dowdy takes it. Turns out of bounds at the 44-yard line of Tampa Bay, 1st and 10.
Yeah, just a good job by that Baltimore offensive line, Lindsey. The Tampa Bay defense came with the safety blitz. Watch them all. There he is right there. Good pickup by the back. Don McCauley, 23. And Glenn Dowdy had Jarris White man-to-man on the outside.
First down and 10 yards to go now for the Colts as they held the ball in Tampa Bay territory. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Crawley got to the 41-yard line. And a 3 on the play to make it 2nd down and 7. Leroy Selman made the tackle. Richard Wood also there. Selman started in grammar school. The teacher got his name mixed up and spelled it one word, L-E-R-O-Y, and it stayed that way till about last year or the year before when he finally pointed out that his name, he was christened actually as L-E-E, one word, and R-O-Y, another word, Leroy.
We just found that out last year. Safety blitz again.
And he puts it up, and McCauley. Now gets good. It's third and 7 to 41.
Curtis Jordan on the pressure. And they've used Curtis Jordan, the 4-year veteran from Texas Tech. When he's in there, Lindsey, if I were a Baltimore Colt offensive back, I'd keep my eye on him. He's blitzed about 4 or 5 times today from that formation.
Third down play coming for the Colts. Trying to move the ball against the tough Tampa Bay defense. Landry. That's intercepted. At the 35 by Richard Wood, and Richard Wood returns it. Stepped out of bounds at the 46-yard line of Tampa Bay.
Well, Landry tried to drill it just right in between about 6 defenders, it looked like, Lindsey. Richard Wood came up with the interception.
Brian DeRue was the man he was trying to get it to.
Here's an end zone shot of it from behind the quarterback right in there. Now watch all the white jerseys. It's fumbled back and forth, deflected right into Richard Wood's hands. Jarris White, I think, had the deflection, number 45. And Richard Wood returns it first and 10 for Tampa Bay at Baltimore's 46.
At their 46.
Right.
Doug Williams waits for the snap. And it's Owens. Morris Owens takes it. Now it's at the 44-yard line of Baltimore. Lyle Blackwood.
Pass complete to Morris Owens.
First and 10. Keep in mind now that Tampa Bay is trailing by 4 points. They have the ball. First and 10. And it is spotted at the Baltimore 42-yard line.
12-yard gain, first down.
Less than 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Larry Mucker's far to the left side. Jimmy Giles is the tight end right. This is Ricky Bell. Went out at the 38. He got about 4 on the play, which will make it second down and 6 yards to go. Barry Crouch, the middle linebacker here today for Baltimore, made the tackle.
The poor Bell was injured last year. I think he would have gained 1,000 yards, Lindsey. He got hurt. He gained about 690 yards as it was.
Doesn't figure to run as much, as coach says, this year with Jerry Eckwood now able to play the tailback spot. Bell's an excellent blocker from the fullback position. And it's incomplete. Intended for Bell.
Pressured by Freddie Cook on the left side. Now, under normal circumstances, most quarterbacks in the NFL, that would have been a sack. But boy, did Williams get it off in a hurry.
Making it third and 6.
Watch this, how quick Freddie Cook is right there. A missed block on the right side. Cook took the inside and beat Charlie Hanna. And Doug Williams really had to get rid of it in a hurry.
Third down coming, and Nesby Glasgow has just come into the defense now for the Baltimore Colts. He's the line on the left side. Bell got to the 35. Greg Fields was there defensively.
Not a bad call. Passing situation. They tried to take it inside and get the first down the hard way.
4th and 3. Jim Obradovich is coming in.
You going to go for it?
I think so. Hagan started off and he's called back, and it's Giles going out now.
Well, it's a big risk, Lindsey, with this much or this many yards to go.
It's 4th down and 3 yards to go at the Baltimore 35-yard line. And it's Ricky Bell. Well, he does not get outside. Did not get outside of Stan White and Lyle Blackwood. It was Stan White who had him as he tried to turn the corner. The ball goes over on downs to Baltimore.
And the big thing, Lindsey, is that when they do turn it over, they turn it over and give Baltimore beautiful field position. Tom Blanchard, you would have given him a shot to kick it out inside the 10-yard line.
Instead, Baltimore gets it at the 39. First and 10. John McKay.
That's when you got confidence in your defense.
They absolutely do, and to be able to do that. 49 seconds left in the third quarter, and Tampa Bay still trails by 4 points. Hardiman. Couldn't get around the corner. Richard Wood on that corner. Greg Landry, the quarterback.
Don Hardiman carries. Richard Wood on the stop.
It's a gain of a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd and 9, and we have now 25 seconds left in the third quarter.
Time for one more play before the third quarter. Hardiman's picked up 40 yards in 13 attempts.
May not want to run one more and don't have to. Didn't let it run out, and that's what they're going to do now. They don't let the time expire. They count, the 30-second count starts at 25, so it'll run out. And 1 second, there it is. So that is the end of the third quarter. With the score, Baltimore 17, Tampa Bay 13. We now pause for a word from your local station.
This fall, meet two aspiring janitors, two brothers who will bumble, stumble, and fumble their way into your hearts. Michael Keaton and Jim Belushi are two working stiffs. Saturdays.
This is CBS.
Cash and carry guarantees the lowest supermarket total cost. Now, that won't make your groceries cheap to buy, but it is assurance that when you do your weekly shopping at Cash and Carry, you're saving as much as you can on your family's food bill. On your normal weekly list of 20 or more items and at least $15, if you can find comparable items for less anywhere else, just tell us where, the cost, and bring your Cash and Carry receipt. We'll refund double the difference. Tell a friend.
Now at Ace, never before. Peak antifreeze coolant, $3.25 a gallon. Plus, with the purchase of any Peak product, this official picture of the 1979 Buccaneers swashbucklers. It's free, plus 16 pairs of free tickets to the Bucs Los Angeles Rams game September 23rd. Just register. There's no purchase necessary. Winners at every Ace store.
Find out just how easy it can be with auto parts from auto people at ACE. Auto Parts.
Channel 13, Tampa, St. Petersburg.
This is Lindsey Nelson with Paul Horning at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore, where the Colts have a 4-point lead as we start playing the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9, they have it at their own 40-yard line. Hardiman and McCauley have the setback. Greg Landry drops back. Incomplete, intended for Brian DeRue.
Landry now 15 out of 25 for only 89 yards. Most of the completions going short. Cleveland has added a touchdown, a 17-yard pass from Brian Sight to Reggie Rucker. Don Cockcroft the field goal. 10-0 lead.
Third down play coming now for the Colts. Hardiman and McCauley. Landry. And it's intercepted at the 50-yard line. And it's being run back by Mike Washington. Washington, 50 yards. He got it across for the touchdown. He was across the goal line when it got away.
If he crosses the goal line, it's all right. He lost control of the football. Mike Washington on the interception for 6.
If he gets to the plane of the goal line with the ball, he can throw it up in the stands if he wishes.
Now, Tampa Bay was in a safety blitz. He was picked up on the outside. Landry hung it up a little bit too long. Mike Washington's got the football. Now, let's see where he loses control. He's carrying it like a loaf of bread, Lindsey. He gets hit. I don't know. I don't think he was past that goal line.
I don't know if he was either. I saw the official signal at that moment indicating touchdown, but I'm with you. I'm not at all sure he was at the goal line.
It would have been a touchback.
It would have been.
Here it is again. Chris Erskine's got it right on the numbers here.
Let's see if he gets to the goal line. He must get it to the goal line.
Put the ball away, for heaven's sake. Here it is. There's the 5-yard line right there. Now there's Landry grabs the football, and he did not have control of the football. Landry grabbed his arm, and he lost control of it. They're going to give him 6.
Don Hardiman was injured on the play, and that's why we held up here. Hardiman's getting attention on the field as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have taken the lead with 14 minutes, 44 seconds left to play in the game with a conversion attempt coming. They are leading by a score of 19 to 17.
Replay from a different angle here. Landry Trying to square out. Safety blitz was picked up. He just hung it up there a little bit too long. Tried to hit Glenn Dowdy. Now watch Mike Washington. Now the first thing he's doing wrong, as everybody knows, he's carrying the football out very loose. Anybody could hit his arm and it's over with. Now watch Landry. Here comes the right arm. Now he lost control of the football about the 2-yard line. It goes out of the end zone. That would have been ruled a touchback, right?
That's, if he loses control before he gets there and it goes into the end zone with his impetus, it is in fact a touchback. But the official, who was right down there at the time, signaled touchdown. It's about the time he crossed. The officials in a little conclave, a little talk of their own over there as we have some time here. They're sort of talking things over, and Washington along the sideline, of course, gets a touchdown on the interception and the run back.
Oh, it's tough. I tell you, folks, the job that those men have right there in the striped shirts might be the toughest job in all of American sport.
You don't have to guess what the subject of that conversation is.
And Tampa Bay is out in front. Extra point coming. I tell you, that extra point that was blocked still looms big in this football game.
Neil O'Donoghue with Tom Blanchard holding. O'Donoghue was born in Dublin, Ireland. And now Mark Cabroda wants a little word with Cal Lepore, head coach of the Baltimore Colts.
I'm sure he's talking about the same thing that we were just talking about.
I'm sure.
Sometimes it'd be good if we could have the microphone on and something like that. And then again,
we'd lose the license.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Then you wouldn't see the rest of the game, too.
Conversion attempt coming here. O'Donoghue's kick is good.
O'Donoghue's kick is
and
good.
So now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have taken the lead for the first time today. They lead by a score of 20-17. And we have a long time to go. Time for almost anything to happen. 14 minutes, 44 seconds to play.